try to make this brief. I got several. First, I'd like to give an update on the library project we have going. We have Joel here from Johnson Lock, the contractor, if you have any questions for him. But right now, they're on schedule to be completed on December the 1st. So they're moving. It looks good. The AC units are in. They're pulling carpet now, I guess, to get ready. Carpet's out, so they're doing good. They're rolling. So hopefully we'll have it by December 1st. So just something to be thinking about. We need to come up with a use for the building. So, because we'll be there quickly. The depot, they've started working the lower section of the depot. They've ground all the concrete. They'll probably start pouring it tomorrow for the stained concrete. I've approved a contract with Gordian, which is the same company that hired Johnson Lock to do the library to finish out the lower level. This was a budgeted item, so they will do they'll finish out the ceiling tiles, new lights, insulation, and so forth. So we do have a meeting tomorrow with Gordian again to look at that upper area to just get some prices on finishing out, using that Carrollton Depot as a how they finished it and had the mezzanine and all that. So we'll look at that tomorrow. Ms. Pat has been in contact with Charter. We ran into some problems here. We've been having internet problems at the city for a while. When we put this new system in, we wanted to go live streaming. Our old system would not handle it. The internet would not handle it. So we're in negotiations with Charter right now. They waived all the fees for the infrastructure, but we're going to run fiber into this building. We'll actually run to the police department and fiber over here. So that was speed up the whole city system, also allow us to do live streaming for council meetings. So we apologize that we thought we were good, but we just didn't have the bandwidth to do it. So phase 3 at the McBrayer Park was supposed to already start, but the contractor ran into a problem with their bonding company. I talked with Mark Whitley today. That has been corrected, and they should start by the end of the week. So we ran into just a little bit of delay. Mark has RFPs done for the sidewalk projects on East King Road and North Avenue. They'll go out tomorrow, so we should get those projects going. And he has working on an RFP for West Main Street for the, yes ma'am. We got East King Road, so that would be from Rosenwald over to 20, and then North Avenue from McDonough Street up to I think that's Dana Drive, where the stop sign is. And then he is working on an RFP for West Main Street to relocate all the water lines, so we can hopefully get something going on that project. Just for a heads up, they will be filming a movie in Hampton on Thursday and Friday out on Highway 20, the same closure that we always have. They've got the permits through us, the county, and DOT. So just a heads up to citizens that portion will be blocked. There's an event that has been approved way back, but it's at McBrayer Park for this Saturday for Jeff Lloyd, the retired officer sergeant here. If you don't know, Jeff was retired from us, and he had a terrible motorcycle accident, him and his wife. So there's a group from Stockbridge, a church in Stockbridge, is doing a motorcycle ride, and they're going to end here in the park, and they're just going to have a little band and excuse me, a few little things over there for them, try to raise a little money for the family. So, but that's on Saturday the 18th. We don't have a meeting between now and the Christmas parade, so I just want to make sure everybody's on board. This is just on Saturday, December the 9th. I believe Chris Moore is in charge of it again, so it should be good. It gets bigger and better every year, so just put that on your calendar. It's a Saturday, we used to do it on Thursday, right? So we changed from Thursday to Friday. So we're working with the county and the other cities for the 2020 census. We're having to fill out the initial paperwork. We're working through Henry County, the GSI coordinator there, and through Smith, Wells, and Britton to make sure everything's being done properly and counted correctly for those numbers. So that's about all I have. Any questions for me?
What time does the Christmas parade start?
7 p.m. Do you have anything you want to throw in on the Christmas parade while we're on it? He's doing Facebook videos. I saw.
And I'd like to have it understood that this is put on by the HBMA. It's not the city, it's the HBMA. We couldn't do it without the city, but the HBMA foots the bill for all of that.
Mr. Mix?
I just had a question about, I know the Wilson House had been advertised. Have we received, has that time expired yet?
Has
or-
not expired. We have not received any bids at this point. We're expecting at least one bid, but at this point, it has been advertised and we have not received any bids, so. Do you remember, Scott? I have it in my office, but it went out on November the 8th. Yeah, we've run it for one cycle, which is two or 3 weeks, I think. Keep talking. Any questions for Joel from Johnson Lock about either the depot project or the library?
You did say that, you guys are putting together possibly some numbers for
Tomorrow we're meeting for the upper area. We've already approved the lower area. It was budgeted, so they're gonna come in and do the lower section. After the concrete floors are done, they're gonna repaint, put in the tile in the bathrooms, all new ceiling tiles, all new lights. They're gonna spray foam insulation on the entire building on the underside of the tin, because the insulation that is there now on top of the ceiling tiles is not the code. Help me, Joe, am I missing something? It's a pretty good scope of work, but that part of the job should be done, and then we just need to decide on the upper, do we wanna go with the ceiling tiles or go with what what we're gonna ask them tomorrow, which be have it look similar to that Carrollton Depot. And we're also meeting with them tomorrow about they're gonna give a price on the streetscape that Denise had budgeted for new flowers and irrigation and speaker systems through downtown, so. Anything else?
4:01 PM, November 30th.
what was the date?
4:01 PM, November 30th.
We have to put minutes on the item.
Yes, ma'am.
We might as well start the old library.
Uh-huh.
It's being renovated for use as.
Well, that's a possibility. That would be totally up to the council. That's what they're gonna have to decide. Basically, the building, if you hadn't been in it in a lot of years, there's two large room. The old library room is very large. I don't know the exact square footage, but if the city purchased tables and chairs, it could be used. It probably house more people in an event than the depot. Then it also has the second room, which was added on. I think 1986 is what the plaque says, but it could be used for smaller meetings, such as neighborhood watches or anything like that. So, but it should be ready December 1st. So we're gonna have to a little pressure on the council to make a decision what they want to do with it. Because it'll have all new heating and air, be up to code. It's going to be very nice. So. Any other questions? Are we killing time? Yes, sir. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Also, if we expose the trusses, it will be paintable to match the underneath. That was because the original plan with that Carrollton Depot was to expose the trusses to match that, and you would actually see the underside of the tin. With this, it would be foam, but it would be painted to make you think you're looking at the underside of the tin, but it would actually be insulation. So. which would be a huge savings over replacing the whole roof with the panel installation. If you've never seen them, those trusses they're iron with cabling, and I mean they're pretty neat architecture look to them. So. Is that it?